Let me just start by saying I feel like I'm so triggered by this. I feel like I'm about to host a meeting with the mom. Show you mtoto, please.
I'm a church girl. I'm sleeping with a married church member, and I don't feel any guilt or remorse about it. Hello, my beautiful friends. I trust you are well. Welcome to the very first episode of
Asking for a Friend.
Yes, brought to you exclusively here on the SNS. Before we start, a big thank you to our partners, Your Host BNB, for providing us with this amazing location to shoot. In case you have any queries or questions, concerns, booking staycations, feel free to check out the description box down below. Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Joining us today, to my right, we have...
I'm Wairimo, and I'm a visual artist.
I'm Jambi, and I'm the corporate buddy in the group.
Period.
I'm Samantha, and I'm a content creator.
And to my left, we have...
My name is Kit Kendi, and I'm a full-time content creator.
My name is Tara, and I am a food content creator.
Okay. Dilemma number 1. Hello, hoping your day was fine. I feel like I'm not doing the best in my life. I don't know what the best is. And when I think about my future, I kind of feel disappointed. Like I want to do more, but I don't know what more is. Have you ever been in that situation? If yes, how did you overcome it? My sisters, take over. Who wants to take it?
Okay, I'll start by saying I feel like she's taking herself too seriously. Like at the end of the day, you'll figure it out. I know it seems like sometimes you see LinkedIn and guys are getting promotions at the same age. Some guys in China, another one in the UK. I just feel like you just need to chill and just take it slowly. It's not that deep, honestly. I don't think it's that deep.
And I'd like to chime in for whoever this is. I hope you know that everyone's moving at their own rhythm and their own pace, and your journey is yours, so everything will work in your favor. So take it a day at a time and be patient with yourself and give yourself grace.
Wow. Who wants to add on? Amma, we move to the next.
Just to add on that, we are all there, trust me.
Yeah, you're not alone, babe. Same WhatsApp.
We are all in the same WhatsApp group. But we got this. Eventually, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. Dilemma number 2. I'm hurting. I just found out my guy is cheating, and I love him so bad to the extent I want to fight for this.
Let me just start by saying
She said, hold that thought.
my sister, if the guy is cheating, he's already out of the door. Like, if someone has already looked outside, then there's no point of bringing them back in. And if you try to fight for it, the only thing you're gonna build with him now is just resentment. Because the guy is just gonna be like, this babe is so weak, she just wants me, go here like this.
She's down bad.
She's down bad, basically. So I feel like just end it and move on to greater things.
I have something to tell her. I feel like she should know if she's capable of loving this person this much, she's also capable of loving someone else.
Hey! And even herself.
Yeah. I'd like to chime in also. If it was for you, you didn't have to chase it down to make it stay.
Brought to you only on the SNS, please. Okay. Dilemma number 3. This one is all the tea. She says, I'm making 30 soon. I'm very single. I'm a church girl. I'm sleeping with a married church member, and I don't feel any guilt or remorse about it. I'm actually meeting him today at 11 for a little quickie. It is so adventurous. I feel lonely sometimes and starved, but he's the only sexual partner I trust right now.
Excuse me, does that mean that the dilemma then is, should you leave him or stay? Because clearly she's enjoying she's enjoying herself.
Yeah.
She said church girls acting naughty.
Yeah, I think that's the dilemma, whether she should
Proceed.
Continue or
I think she said she feels lonely sometimes and starved or whatever.
But at the same time, she's enjoying his company.
But how can you feel full with somebody's person? That's not your person. That's not your person already.
But this person has agreed to be everyone's person.
How can you be full? The person is everywhere. He can't focus on you. So you will never feel full.
Yeah.
Ever. So if you're looking not to be lonely anymore, girl, get your own man.
Yeah, maybe she just has to work hard and get her own man. This guy is like so distracted.
But I feel like she shouldn't beat herself up because they're both like making a mistake or whatever, and she knows. I feel like while it serves her, let her eat from that plate. One day she'll just walk and go. Like when she feels like, okay, this is draining, she'll leave. Yeah.
Okay, can I just chime in? I'd say leave now, because leave now, because if you keep waiting for this guy, yes, he's satisfying you, and every time you want to leave, like for the dick. But you know, you need to leave now so that you can make your way to finding someone who's perfect for you and who'll come at your time when you're ready. But if you're here with someone's husband, a church leader or something, bro, that's a church girl.
That is actually so shambolic.
Yeah. To that. Honestly, I don't really have compassion for people who are with married men or people's boyfriends. Like, you know you're doing this and then you expect compassion. You're not even afraid of karma at the end of it all. What if you get married and your man starts doing that? I know we are not always supposed to, we're not supposed to go to the woman. Yeah. We're supposed to ask the man, why are you doing this? But also as women, honestly. You can do better, ma'am. Yeah, I don't have compassion for that. She should just leave now or ataendelea tu na shida zake.
I think now maybe just to close it off, she is wanting to get needs from someone who will not give her those needs. He's only meeting her, let's say, in the sexual aspect, but the loneliness and, you know, I think she's also looking for companionship, but she's looking for it in the wrong places. Okay. Next dilemma. Hi friend, so I've been dating this guy for 1.5 years, and recently one of his siblings was getting married, but he was quite reluctant on me going to the event. Yes, I have already met his siblings and friends a few times. I felt a bit offended and I feel some type of way about the guy since. Am I overreacting? Is it a red flag he didn't want me to go? Maybe because of his parents or something. Plus, I wasn't really dying to go meet his parents or anything.
She's contradicted herself though. She feels some type of way because she wasn't invited. And then she's trying to show us I'm all right. I didn't even want to go. You know, that's basically what she said. She must.
I honestly feel like maybe she's like gaslighting herself because she clearly wants to be there. Like, that's the first thing she said. Like, I want to go. But then now I feel like maybe because even the guy probably is gaslighting her, telling her, you don't necessarily need to be there. Like you know, it's not a rush. So I feel like she's internalized that and told herself that she doesn't want to go, but she truly wants to go. So I think she should just be assertive in saying that she wants to go. Like, if you're serious about me, can you please have me around your family?
Yeah, because I also feel like she should have said her expectations, because I feel like that's an expectation she had, but probably the guy didn't see the need, you know, to involve her like that.
Yeah.
Let me just add to that. I feel like they have the conversation about if she wants to go or not, and also I feel like guys are not as, I don't know, they're not as ready to like introduce their partners to their parents as like maybe us babes. I feel like guys take time. They're like, if I'm gonna take it to my mom, you're the one. So I feel like that's a conversation they need to have. Like, at what point in a relationship will you be comfortable with me being around your parents? You know, siblings are just, they've seen it all. But parents just can't be taking anyone.
That's true.
Just to add to that, I think also she should just take it as it is also. Probably you're not even there as you think you are.
That's the thing.
My sister, just take it as it is. Yeah. Maybe for him it's not that deep, and you hear your thought, oh my gosh.
She said betrothal.
Maybe for him it's just take it as it is. Take it even maybe not necessarily a red flag. A red flag, but that's where the man thinks the relationship is to him. So take it as it is. And you either wait or just say, step out.
Okay, next dilemma. I want to join campus in India for her undergraduate, but my small sister wants to join one too for her diploma. Should I give it up for her or can we both join? I'm afraid of the financial burden for my parents. P.S. Mine is on scholarship though.
The universe has already given her scholarship, so
And what will happen is that you might start resenting your sister later on. Like let's say your sister goes and then her career turns out to be so great, and maybe you end up at an entry-level job at the end of the day, and then you're like, you know, it's because you had this opportunity. So I'd say go, and I honestly believe like that's a conversation you have with your parents. Parents are always ready to give you the world, so if you just present both of your ideas to them, they'll make it work, or even you can make it work and get a job or something. So it's just up to you and the effort that you're willing to put in.
but as you two are siblings, if you're in that position,
Which I'm gonna go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if you're on scholarship, that partly reduces the expenses. I mean, I've not studied in India, I do not have experience of India, but I think both of you should go. Everyone has their own life experience. If you put your life on hold for the other person, as Jambia said, you'll resent them.
Yeah. But my question is because in the dilemma she says, but my sister wants to go to. So is it that the sister has not expressed the need to go, like she wants to go, but maybe has not told the parents? Or, because that was my thing. Why would you want to give up your sport, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think for her, I think the dilemma is just mostly, I think, the financial part. Maybe seeing like how her parents will navigate the both of them being in different countries and all the costs that they need to take into consideration. So I think that's the dilemma. But parents will always figure out something. Honestly, they always figure out something.
yeah, that's the parents' problem, not
It's really the parents' problem. It's for them to work it out. Like you go as sisters, present your ideas to your parents, and then let them now think about it.
Okay, all right. To the next. I really like this guy, but he went back to the States just when we started liking each other. And now every time I get something serious, I let it go since I am stuck on him, who is now abroad. And I don't want to miss out on him just in case he comes back. It's draining. Crying emoji.
I want to take that.
Yes. Take it away.
Bird in hand is worth two in the bush. Let's start there. This bird is not in your hand, it's in America.
Yeah.
So I don't think you're missing out on anything. As I've said, if it's meant for you, it's going to find its way. You know, putting your life on hold, waiting for someone. We don't even know what he's doing on the other side. Just enjoy your life now.
Please.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Let's just think about it. Let's just think about it. In your situation, your mandem has said, I'm going abroad.
But is that your mandate?
Oh, then sorry, cancel. Sis, Nairobi, ngangana in the streets.
Where is she even getting the time to wait? What? So nipatie your time. Just give me some of that time, please.
And then can we define what liking each other means? Because I can like you.
It's so intangible, like it's not even a thing.
A lack of intention. We don't know. As I said, this bird is in America. There are birds here.
If he comes back and you guys end up falling in love, thank the heavens, but
do not
just
also your life.
enjoy yourself.
All right. So,
Okay, next dilemma. How would you deal with your boyfriend who feels like a failure because he didn't pass his KSL exams? How do you encourage him and be supportive to him, yet he gives you a cold shoulder? I'm gonna fight him. The sisters on this chair want to fight that man. Who wants to take it away?
let me say that it seems that she has tried already to encourage him, and he clearly is not in the space to take that encouragement. So maybe just give it time. Maybe he's still hurting and needs to figure it out on his own. This is me giving the graceful part of how to deal with the guy. I know Kate will have opposing opinions, but as for me, with grace, I think just give him time and see, but don't give him like 2 weeks. Like give him just like a few hours, you know. Yeah, like you're a grown man. People fail exams. It's not a thing that is defining in your life. You can always retake or just pursue something else. So so I think to advise her, just give him time and then check on him again. If he's giving you the cold shoulder 3-4 times, imagine, just say, this is now not my monkey, not my circus. Like I'm living my life.
But maybe just to add, is it because maybe she's the one yendo anapokea, you know, because of their close proximity? For example, say something has pissed me off. sister walks in the room, yeah, nanapokea, unfortunately. So I think maybe for her, she should think of it like she probably is the one being on the receiving end. Now, but the question is she the only one on the receiving end? Because you can't be giving me a cold shoulder and outside you are perambulating. Can everybody get the cold shoulder then?
Can I just add, I think you also need to consider how your partner deals with things.
Yeah.
Because when your partner is going through stuff, is he the type of person to like block off people and things, or is he the type to communicate? If he's the type to communicate and is acting like this, that's a problem, because now you don't know how to help him.
Yeah.
But if you've been in this situation before where you guys have had a fight and he's just so closed off, now you should know how to navigate it. You should be like, okay, yes, you failed, but just give that comforting, shoulder and love, because this is your partner. Because when you're going through life shit, they're the ones who are there.
Yeah.
So
So we define what showing up looks like.
Just to add, I think it's also because I'm getting older. I feel like I do not have the capacity.
She said,
I don't have the capacity to be dwelling on things, especially that are not in my control. They're not even in your control. You failed. Okay, you can ponder on it, and then what's next? Because this is probably somebody you're trying to build a future with. Is this going to be happening all the time? What if you have children? Hawana active. Amejam na ameenda aongeleshi watoto. Excuse me, sir. That is. Yeah, so I think it's important. Communication, as Jampi has said, communication is important, and figuring out how your partner reacts to things. But then we are getting old. My brother, my sister, we need to be finding solutions as soon as possible. We don't have time to be dwelling.
Okay, next dilemma. I am trying to end things with someone who claims that they want me but is horrible with communication. They've acknowledged they're bad at it, and I do see them trying, but it's not enough for me. I'm not sure how to end it because I'm down bad, and every time we talk, I'm so busy laughing, the sister forgets.
What do you mean laughing? Like she's like, what?
He must be funny. He must to forget the problem at the issue at hand. This guy must be hilarious.
I hope so.
always laughing.
And now she forgets that he's so bad at the communication.
That's crazy.
I think she's already told us that communication is a very important aspect for her in a relationship. So that answers her. If he's not giving it to her, then it's not her cup of tea. Like she just needs to find a way to, escape.
But me, I'm just wondering, what jokes is this?
The root cause.
You just laugh your problems away. Like,
But it's still gonna be there when you finish laughing.
Okay.
In terms of your partner not being able to communicate, I feel like I'm that way. Like me, communication is where
It's a struggle.
Yeah, it's a struggle. So I'd honestly say, if you told them like, I want you to communicate better, and they're not making an effort, or they do and then they go back to their old ways, then now you're just like, this isn't working for me. But if you can honestly see them like trying, because I feel like communication is like how you've been brought up. If you're not used to talking about things at home, in your relationship, I don't think that's where you start being so open. So I feel like with communication and such things, I feel like someone really needs a lot of grace and a lot of time, because you're really changing how a person is at the core, So that's my unpopular opinion.
that is such a great and popular opinion, though.
Raymond's eye is twitching though.
For me, as a person who really likes and thrives on communication, I feel like you cannot ask someone to give you what they don't have. And okay, they've been trying, but then if it's not enough for you, you can't make them do it the way you want it to be done for you. So it's either you agree, okay, if you're not a texting person, do you call? If you don't call, will you email? Will you FaceTime? Will you video chat? Will we be meeting more in person? To be able to meet in the middle. Because if you are always the one pushing, please, my sister, the burden is for two people. We need to carry it together. Yeah.
But I think also, Njambi, you've mentioned something. I think, the role of communication as we were growing up. But now as an adult, I think people need to also take responsibility and unlearn. You know, nothing is necessarily set in stone. But I hear you.
But I'm not saying because you have bad communication since you were a kid, you stick to it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it takes time. So if you're meeting someone where the communication is still growing, meet them there and give them the time. But if they're honestly not making any effort, cut them off. There's no point to work with someone who's not even trying. As long as they're trying, give them the grace.
Okay. Speaking of communication, your best friends, you have a disagreement, which is your fault. You stop talking, time flies, you start talking again. You find out she was sleeping with your ex. Hey. What are we doing?
You stop talking.
What she had us in the first half. I thought it was gonna be some reconciliation story. Damn.
So we are flipping tables and throwing hands. Next.
Yeah, there's nothing to say there. There's nothing. No, there isn't.
Because this best friend, you know them.
Yeah.
And they knew that you are with this person.
Yeah.
And then they go and sleep with them. You need to go to jail for that.
Still on the same point, I'm trying to think, was the best friend sleeping with her ex because they had a disagreement? Was that payback and now they're even? Wow.
But then my question is, by the way,
That's chaotic.
my question is, if I sleep with somebody you used to date, is that a non-negotiable? Is that?
Let me say. Let me just say. It depends on how we broke up.
Okay.
If this man was the love of my life and then he did me that, and then you're here consoling him with sex. No, not possible. But if it was maybe now we've just grown, maybe he's moved to a different country or something, and now he's back and he falls in love with you. That's fine. I think I'm grown enough to accept that he can love somebody else. So rude, but it's fine.
Actually willing to accept.
Okay, guys, growth slowly. We'll accept.
Personally, I can't. I'm sorry. There are I don't know how many billion, and people are still being born, and you decided this is the one. A joke.
But also depends, is it my direct ex? Did we date 4 years ago before me and you were best friends? Was it during our best friendship, and then you knew what me and this guy had, and then you come, I opened up to you about the relationship and how it was. Maybe I told you the sex was good and then you went to test the waters. So it depends.
Personally, it is, you're my best friend. That means you already know how our relationship was. Does that mean you are giving him eyes? Were y'all trying to build something? That's also another thing. So I feel for me it would be so awkward. Leave alone even accepting and just be y'all just stay in your... I don't want to be as close as we are again.
Because that also means that if you're trying to rebuild your friendship, that means you're gonna have to hang out a lot more. Is she going to be bringing him to
What if he starts liking me again also? Because we already had something.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my God, that is so messy.
Wow, the sister needs to clarify. Follow up. Can we have a follow up? Okay.
Let's just leave off outside.
Yeah. As we should. Next dilemma. My dilemma is if I should date during my 20s, we are all in our 20s here, or stay single. I want to experience my youth fully, but also through dating, I can get to know myself even more. Where? She said where?
Can I start with that? I think if there's something the older people, okay, not older, let's do it when they're 30s and 40s, even on social media, I think that they usually says your 20s is your time to enjoy, to explore. I don't feel like we went out looking for somebody. I feel like somebody just, appeared. So I don't think it should be something that you're actively looking for. If there's no person, perambulate. Enjoy, and then, you might meet with a person. So, enjoy it. Enjoy yourself.
I agree, but then also, I hope that she's saying that she wants to enjoy in a like discover yourself type of way, like travel, hang out with your friends. Not that you're going to have sex here, there, and everywhere, you know, because I feel like that is what your 20s is supposed to be. Like you go and finding yourself in different locations. Go to Diani, go Laikipia, and all these other places, and then along the way probably meet someone that wants to do the same thing as you. Because you know, a lot of us are dating in our 20s and are with people that want to do the same thing. So you can have an exploration partner, which is fun.
Yeah. Honestly,
So,
I think if you want to explore sexually, as long as you're doing it in a safe way, might as well just go do it. Just
Perambulate.
Just make sure it's safe.
Durex, we are here. Okay, next dilemma. She says, I'm going on 2 years with my boyfriend and it is going very well. However, my family doesn't seem to like him, mainly because of our age gap. I'm 23 years old and he's 31. I strongly feel within a year or so he might propose. I don't know how to navigate this issue anymore. I have tried everything.
Can I just start?
Yes.
22, you're gonna be someone's wife, soon to be someone's mom.
Yeah.
That's so much responsibility. And I feel like your 20s are for growth. You're supposed to be growing on your own, or even in your relationship, that person's supposed to be building you. And I'm not saying you don't grow when you're in a marriage or when you're a mom, but I just feel like it's limited to, like, there are things you can't do. Because now if you get a kid and you get an opportunity to work abroad, that's something you have to consider. So I feel like he's rushing her into something that she's probably not ready for. Yeah.
But I think her dilemma is because the family doesn't like him. I think that's the biggest dilemma. You know, I think for him, she thinks he might propose, but we all know how men are. He'll probably not propose. Yeah. The other thing is, honestly, I think we're all always looking for validation in every way from our family. Yeah. But at the end of the day, they're not going to help you get children. They're not going to sleep with you in the same bed and give you, you know, the things that the men give, you know. So I feel like if that's your person, if you feel strongly this is your person, whatever the family, mnaweza sema kenye mnataka kusema. I don't think maybe we give the family time, but also she's so young. She's young. She's young.
Is me, babe.
She's young. But I'm always, if you feel like this is your person, your family is not gonna be there for you in all ways that are needed, unfortunately. And there's a time that will come and they'll be like, okay, where's your husband? Okay, when are you getting a child? And then you'll be like, the person who I wanted to do that with, you all chased him away. You chased him away. Plus, also, I feel like, I know we always, people are usually like, oh, you're young, you know, you can't make this decision. But for her, maybe that is what she wants. Maybe she wants to be a housewife. Maybe she wants, which is something I feel like as women, especially in this generation, we need to accept that there are some women who don't want to be independent, they don't want to work, their whole life is centered on family, giving birth and having just that housewife thing.
But I'm just saying, at 22, even if you said you want to be a housewife, I don't think you also thought about, at 22, I don't think you thought about what it means to be someone's housewife. You get, like, you don't have a career of your own. What if, yes, you get married and you wanted to be a housewife, and then you get there and you're like, no, I actually want to pursue my career.
You will still have an opportunity to do that. I mean, in our day and age, you have so many opportunities. It's not like Kitambo. Like, if you decide, she's definitely learned, that means she can pursue any career she wants to eventually. Yes, I know a child takes so much of your time, but even after giving birth, we are still able to continue working. You get? So it's something that she can always decide later on. Plus, she's also young, you know, she can be like, you know what?
she can get a whole other degree.
Exactly. At home, while raising a child.
I also feel like she should just stay in the moment. She's already told us the relationship is going fine, and she's speculating he might propose next year. It's 11 months to go.
Yeah, she might change. She might be like, actually, I don't like you. Yeah.
But I want to ask you guys, age gap and how you feel about it in relationships. I mean, I think in totality we say age is just but a number. you know, tukipenda tunapendana, ukipendwa pendeka. But like for her, clearly she's expressed that her family doesn't seem to like him mainly because of their age gap. So is it that her family sees she's being manipulated?
Probably.
Let me just check. I feel like I'm so triggered by this. I don't like. I feel like I'm about to host a meeting with the mom. Tuongeleshe huyu mtoto, please. You know, I just feel like when the age gap is too big, I feel like someone is kind of influencing you, or like they're taking control over your life in some type of way. Because when you're 22, you're just starting out. You don't know what life is all about. You've never moved out. You've never done this and this. And I feel like someone who's 31, that's a guy who's lived life. This guy now is like, I feel like at the peak of his, maybe if he's in corporate, at the peak of his corporate life, he's doing well for himself. So him now, he's like, I've done this, I've traveled, I've worked here and here, and now I'm ready to settle down. And he's met you at 22. You haven't tried or explored anything at that age. So I feel like that's my only thing with the age gap. It's like you might start moving at the pace that your partner is moving at, and you're not at the same place in life, honestly.
Because you're just getting ready to take off. Yeah.
For me, age gap, honestly, it used to be an issue for me, but I think it's also because of my mom being a single mom and all that. Maybe that's why the age gap is. But now that I've exposed myself, I feel like kama mnapendana mpendani at this point, honestly. I don't know, because I don't understand why, like the way Njambi has said that he's lived his life, he think he'd influence your life in a way. When you have different mindsets, definitely. The fact that he's traveled, that means maybe it might be easier for you to travel. Maybe you like to travel. He already has these ways. The fact that he's experienced life, that means you are probably going to be settled fast. Because I'm also wondering, dating somebody who's very close my age, that means we probably think alike, or maybe I'm more mature. It means wasting a lot of time, if we're being honest. We can be wasting a lot of time instead of fathering or thinking about our future. You probably, with an older man, you start thinking of your future earlier than with a nini. But honestly, for me, to each their own. You want to date somebody who's 20 years older than you, my sister,
Do it.
do what you gotta do.
But I don't know if you've seen that TikTok for dating an older man is fine, but if you're dating him because you think he's mature. So now let's talk about it. Age and maturity. Are these
Age and maturity.
don't clearly have something to say?
I don't think they go hand in hand. I think maturity comes with how you were raised and the life experiences that you've had. Period.
Some people be out here acting their shoe size, not their age.
Drops mic. Okay, I think that one we've really gotten into it. Next, I recently just moved out from my mom's house and my finances are low. I don't know if I will move back.
Don't move back. I'm sorry. Don't move back.
Stick to your guns, my sister. Even if it means getting a second, third job, just do it.
Because I think we've both recently just moved out.
Yeah.
I think that's why we think so strongly about this. But once you're out of your parents' space, let me tell you, there's some sort of peace and calmness, and just being in your own space is different. You definitely don't want to go back to your parents' house. Trust me. Try. I don't want to try.
And then just to add on to Kate's point, there's a way parents will just look at you so differently. Like now you see you are running away from home, now you're back. Like they just start disrespecting you in the worst way, and you just do not want that. So just stick to your guns. Imagine you will find peace.
We should also think about what were her reasons to move out. Maybe it was okay at home, and maybe peer pressure, the internet told her it's now the in thing to live in your own space, you know. So if the conditions at home were better than what you're having right now, I actually feel like let's remove the shame of moving back home. Go back home, sis.
Yeah. Actually, even Jonah Kiruthia, do you remember she did a whole video? She left her home 1 week later, she was back.
Yeah, but I think also for her, you know, it's because she missed. She missed. But I think, I think it all depends on the situation at home. But I think most when they move out, it's not at it because they really want to move out most of the time. You're probably forced to make that decision. But if you have a good relationship with your parents, nyumbani. Save that money. If you're good, please stay home. It's expensive out here. It's crazy.
Okay. Whether I should go mute on my family because they are toxic and won't admit it.
I'm going to say, we know family is important.
Yeah.
I just feel like you can love them from a distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mapenzi ya phone call, video call. Like, I totally understand how you can be in the same room with your family and you just feel like you're getting drained. And when you go back to your space, you're just like, okay, I have to fill my cup. And then you go again and empty it. I don't think it's worth it. Just love them from a distance.
But I have a question. How do people cut off family? Like, I don't know. How do you even go about it?
I feel like it depends with how your family is, to be honest. Probably for you, y'all are so close. You're right? Yeah. And it's something actually I'm jealous of, if we're being honest. Because if you're like that, it's not toxic. But now there are people. Yes, you're in the same house, you all don't talk to each other. The manner that you talk to each other is a bit crazy. There are so many situations where mothers, especially mothers and daughters, they don't get along at all. You always find your mom is the one who's giving you some funny comments, but you're like, am I your daughter? Or our siblings who are completely, they hate each other. Like, and they don't want to be in each other's spaces. That's when you're like, you know what? I'm gonna leave because
and I also feel like people, you know how when you're disagreeing with a friend and you're just like, I can't do your energy today. Yeah. People just also do that with their families. Like they probably have a set of boundaries that their families continuously keep crossing, and they're like, okay, am I going to now lay my life on the line and put myself on the line? My mental health is being affected just so that I can make this one person in my family comfortable. Like, at the end of the day, you're the one who is hurting, you're the one who is suffering. So why should you be the one to suffer when you can just take yourself out of that space momentarily? It doesn't have to be forever, and then now revisit when you're ready to have a conversation with them.
And speaking of, I had a conversation with Tara actually. I think it was the day before yesterday, and we were talking about how growing up we now are able to visualize our family members and relate to them as individuals and not the roles assigned to them. So if this is Wairibo, I see Wairibo as this is like Wairibo kivyake, not she's my sister and X, Y, and Z. Or if it's my mom, I see her as, you know, the woman that she is, other than the roles that she's my mom. She's the one who takes care of us and etc. So yeah, maybe you can look at your family the same way.
Yeah, to give you clarity.
Yeah. All right. Okay, some of them are even. Someone says a private life without social media or a really aesthetic unpaid social media presence. And this is interesting because majority of us on this, panel are content creators. So I want to hear from those who are not content creators. Oh. Okay, maybe not like that. I mean, like, you get.
Yeah, it's good. I think my main question to this person is, what do you want? Is the aesthetically pleasing life to show other people, they may make it? Or is this, this is my own created digital diary of my life. I'll be looking at this, to see, my growth, the things I've done for myself, with my friends and all that. I think you need to clarify who the aesthetic pleasing curated social media is for. Is it for you? Is it for the people outside to say, okay, and I make it? Yeah, I think if they can clarify that, then they can better determine if they want a private social life, the private life, or the social media, or you can have both, but as long as you're clear who or what is your motivating factor behind it.
Okay, from the content creator.
Okay, I as a content creator who earns from social media, and we've been given two options. Yeah. So it's either a private life, no social media, or an aesthetically pleasing account that's unpaid.
Yeah.
I feel like I would actually, because before I started getting paid, I really enjoyed social media. Yeah. I think we can agree that it actually changes the way you put out things. Yeah. Even the enjoyment becomes kidogo less, because now it was more intentional. You're becoming. I'd actually go for the no social media. Wow. Like, knowing how the space is, I'd be like, if I can do something else and I can earn from a different direction, no social media. Yeah, for sure.
let me chime in as the one who's not a content creator. I honestly feel like when it comes to social media, it's how you want to present yourself. If you want to put out nice content just for your friends, put it out for your friends. Show them where you've gone, if you want to make a reel, make it. And I feel like for you guys, you guys have pressure because you guys are being paid to like put out this content. So I usually feel like, hey, this is a lot of work. Like, you know, like, and I feel like also people don't see how much effort you guys put into your content. Like me, if I wake up and I decide to post a reel, post reel. I don't care who is commenting, who is asking me, why did you put this like this, you know? And I honestly feel like that's how you should look at it. It's for you. It's for you and your friends and for them to enjoy and for you to enjoy. If it feels like a burden, then don't do it.
Especially if you're not earning. Like, there's no motivating factor. If it's not money, just enjoy the content you put out for your friends.
Okay. Another one says, if I should keep taking free gigs, they do increase my experience, but a SIDS needs to make money.
Side-eye.
A SIDS needs to make money.
Exposure, experience.
Yeah.
Those are things I used to do when I think it's something you do when you are starting off in something. But then when you start getting the skills and learning things, you better start charging people immediately. Because utakula exposure. Are you gonna eat that experience? What are is that gonna pay your rent? It's not gonna do it. Yeah, so it's not gonna.
And you can also get experience while being paid. You don't let these brands fool you, sis. Your first paid partnership video is probably not going to be as good as your other paid partnership videos as you move along in the career. It's always going to get better and better. So don't let them lie to you. Get your coins.
I have a question for you guys. How do you guys really just decide to come from free gigs to being paid? How do you guys make that choice? And like, how do you even determine like how much someone needs to pay you?
It's like an awakening.
It's time to get money. The bills just come knocking. Then you're like,
when you start realizing that you need to start investing in your gadgets, especially, I think, for the fashion and beauty content creators, in their clothes and makeup. For us, food content creators, it's restaurants. Somebody gotta pay for that. You know, like coins need to be moving. So then now, when you finally realize that, and you start saying, you know what, I can't keep repeating the same kind of content because it's affordable. I have to create more and more to grow. Then now you're like, okay, now I need to find people to work with because, you know, like the funds need to. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you just realize that you can't do things for free anymore.
And also you realize you actually have, when you start realizing you have influence and whatever you're doing is putting money in other people's pockets. I also want a share of that, babes. You're here, you're making money and I'm struggling. It's not possible. Plus, it's also when you realize that it's actually work that you're doing. You know, at first you feel like it's a hobby, but then it starts getting to work. You're like you're putting so much money into it. It needs to start paying itself off.
Okay. You also need to think of it as an investment. You're your own investments. You need to also see the return. And an investment is giving the TikTok for stand up. We're making the beat.
Okay, I think we're about to close it off. I have the biggest crush of my life, but we work together a lot. So do I shut up or shoot my shot?
What do you mean work together?
The sister did not define the working relationship that they have.
It's like you probably now, the videographer. Is that what you mean? Because it depends with the industry. It depends with the industry. It definitely
I think it's corporate and it's your boss. Sister, no. Kill it. That's the guy who's determining your promotions, your bonuses. If you kasirisha him, it might be like, oh, you're cut off. You need to, whose salary are we shikiliaing this month? So honestly, and also you might not grow as much if you're out here dating your boss like that. So if it's your boss, supervisor, anyone who's working above you, even like someone in your team, honestly, okay, just in the office, just know.
Even the word crush is very, you know, it's dangerous. Like, I feel like even the people you're in a relationship, you'd never have a crush on them. I feel like it happens more naturally. Like a crush is more, I feel like if you decide to do anything, there'll be sexual tension in the office. People start noticing glances. You become uncomfortable when they talk to someone else. It becomes a bit disrespectful.
It has more cons and pros for sure.
Yeah.
Office? No.
No. Yeah, but if it's not office, shoot your shot, my sister. Shoot it. At this day and age, please. Yeah, but also you also need to realize maybe they don't feel you like that in that way. If you've not seen any sign from the person, just keep it to yourself before your heart broken there.
Okay, the last one. I quit a job that was underpaying me, and so I think it was the job and the role that she was playing was underpaying, but she's not enjoying staying at home. So she quit the job because it was underpaying her.
Nobody enjoys staying at home.
But she's also not enjoying staying at home. So my thing is, okay, so what's the plan? Are we just staying at home? Or are we secure enough to stay at home as we continue searching? Are we searching for something?
In fact, I feel like the best case scenario for her was to search as she continues with that job, and then as soon as she gets something, she just transfers, you know.
Yeah, but we also need to realize sometimes it doesn't work like that. The searching can take such a long period of time, and wherever you are is probably not giving you what you needed to give you. And just no one likes staying at home. Even for us content creators, we don't like staying at home. You feel, you kind of even start getting depressed when you're at home. So I hope when you're even at home, you're still searching, or you're also maybe taking a break in some way so that you can start something new, not carrying the baggage that you had from your other work and taking it somewhere else.
I'd also say, like, if you're a person who enjoys keeping busy, take courses online. Like, there's so much you can do with your free time. Hang out with your friends, because honestly, this job market, especially now, it's crazy. You might be waiting for a really long period of time, and that's the reality of life as it is right now. So look for something you enjoy to do. You know, like if it's an activity, perfect that skill. Yeah, so that's what I'd just tell her. Just find something that makes you happy for now. Yeah.
I hope it works out in her favor.
Yeah. And I think the scary thing about it, especially when you guys have mentioned, like, in this economy, even like employment and job security and financial anxiety. I'm sure you guys saw the article for 4,000 doctors.
Yes.
Doctors. And we now.
And teachers being paid 7,000. What are you doing with 7,000?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
The thing is, right now companies are on a hiring freeze. No one is looking for new talent to come in because they don't have the budget for it, honestly. And it's not even like they're being selfish or anything. They just don't have the capacity to bring new people in.
Yeah, so it's because of COVID. They went on a hiring spree.
Yeah.
And then now people are back to their normal ways. So now they have to let go of people. Yeah.
Which is quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've reached this far, we really appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let us know who you'd like to see on the next session of Asking for a